back to another stream on YouTube. It's been a little minute since I've done a YouTube stream. I think the last one I did was we finally got round to doing the next part of changing that FLP on FL Studio. So if you've not been watching that series, I've done a a live streaming series where we downloaded an FLP off the internet. And we've changed it into a bounce track. So if you don't know what an FLP is, it's an FL Studio file project. So it's a FL project, and essentially, where if you're making a track on FL Studio, or you're making a or any form of beat, you can export your project as a zip loop file project, and what it'll do is it'll export the project as a file project that you can open in FL Studio, and it'll also like put all the samples into a folder for you that you've used within that within that project. So if you've used like a bass one shot, say from the Extreme Donk sample pack, you'd get that donk when you opened it up. The only thing that sometimes is missing, or the only things really that will be missing, is like VSTs. So like if someone's used like a VST plugin that you don't own, like say I download an FLP and the guy's used Nexus for his bass, instead of like using a one shot sample, then I won't get that bass because I don't have that plugin. So like that track would play, but then the bass sound wouldn't be there. But we downloaded an FLP. We started with a house track, and then we just sadly couldn't get it to work. So I had a browse online, and we found an hardcore track, and we turned it into a bounce tune, and we've been working the series around that. And I think I did two parts to it, and then there was like a real long time where I just didn't get chance to get on and do the third part. And then literally only the other day I did the third part, something like Friday or Saturday or something, which was crazy. So anyway, welcome back to this stream. I've got some music updates. I'm just going to do like a general sort of music update. Just what's going on, what's happening music wise, because I've got a lot of like different things happening music wise, and I like to do these like updates now and again, give you like an update on what's going down, and what's happening essentially music wise, and what's happening in just in general. So this weekend is Retribution in Wakefield, and I missed the last one sadly because they had an issue with the club licensing, and they always said, look, we'll get you on the next one, or we'll get you on another one. And this weekend it's MC Dowling's birthday, and I've been invited to go down and represent and play for Dowling's birthday. Dowling, a wicked MC, really good on the mic, really good fire when you hear him at events, and he's become a good friend of mine, and I'm looking forward to celebrating his birthday. So that's in Wakefield on Saturday, and I'm on the closing set. On Friday, this Friday, we've got Bounce to Your Drop in Leicester, and at the moment, I'm about 90% certain that I'm going to be hitting up that event. I'm not actually playing at this Bounce to Your Drop, but I always get the guest lists, and I'm always like I've got good like contact and good friendship with the promoters of Bounce to Your Drop, and they've teamed up with Bounce Overload, who I've also said that they are going to book me at some point as well. So that'll be quite interesting. And I always sort of said that I did want to go down and see them, at this event and see them smash up this event. But the only issue is it's obviously quite a distance. But I think myself and the layman, I think we're possibly going to hit it up on Friday and hit up the sounds of Bounce to Your Drop versus Bounce Overload, which is going to be exciting. So that'll be a shed load of fun. And then after my Retribution gig, which is obviously takes place this Saturday, I've got nothing until the 17th of June. So the 17th of June, I'm at the Bonanza in Manchester for the Summer Stomp Part 1. And I'm actually MCing at that one. It's an MC booking. So I actually just was on an Instagram live, and I was actually just talking about how I've kind of like lost my passion for MCing, and I've spoke about this quite a few times on YouTube streams as well. And I think it's not the MCing that I've lost a passion for. I lost a passion for kind of being like Pat Flynn and being like say like Inners and being like MC Chippy and putting up like videos of myself freestyling. That was kind of what I got fed up, like kind of got bored of. Like I wanted to kind of be like Wizkid and Storm. You don't see them like coming live and doing like a minute video of themselves spitting bars. And I think that was kind of, I wanted to take sort of more like their image. So like, if people want to book me at an event to MC, then by all means, I've got no issues with turning up and doing that sort of booking, because I enjoy that. I like being on the stage. I like hosting sets. I enjoy that more. So I'm at the Zombie Shack in Manchester on the 17th of June for the Summer Stomp. So that's going to be a good one. That is going to be an absolute belter. I can't wait for it. To be honest, it'll be a shed load of fun. And UFO from Raver Baby Classic Hardcore label is headlining, which I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes down, seeing what happens. And then after the 17th of June, we've got a break again. We've got about a good month where I haven't got a booking at all, sadly. And I've got something on the 15th of July. Not going to say too much about it because it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to doing it. And it's going to be a shed load of fun, and I can't wait. I actually can't wait to do it. It actually will be a shed load of fun. And I'm returning somewhere that I went last year, that I really enjoyed, and I think at the time I rated it as one of my favourite bookings of the year, because it was a really fun event to be at. The vibes were just really enjoyable, and I had a good laugh the whole time I was there, and it just gave off like a vibe that I hadn't really witnessed before. And that's why I really enjoyed it last year. So to be asked to come back again this year was an absolute honour. And it was just something that, as soon as you'd got asked, it was like you instantly like knew your answer was yes. You didn't even have to think about it. You just was like, yeah, you know, do you want to come and join us again this year? Yep. You didn't even have to hesitate or even think about it. It was just instantly, yeah. I'm going to be there. I'm going to return, definitely. So I can't wait for it. 15th of July, it's going to be a shed load of fun. And I'm looking forward to ripping up the sounds, definitely, that I'll be doing there. And then after that, we've got, I think we've got about a week break. And then we've got the Freshly Squeezed in Hull that I'm really looking forward to. Freshly Squeezed is obviously a banging bounce event, and it's their second event, and they brought it to Hull this time, so that's going to be a shed load of fun. The first event was in Leeds, and it was actually a really enjoyable event. It was full of good vibes. There was quite a good turnout, so I'm hoping that possibly the event, this next event is also going to be a banging event in itself, and hopefully we'll rip up the sounds, and it'll be really good. And yeah, I've been looking forward to this one for a while since I first got asked about it. So I'm looking forward to that. Most definitely. And then August, I'm with the Core Vibes in Leicester on the 5th of August. So that's going to be a shed load of fun. I had a booking on the 12th of August that sadly is no longer happening for me because I took the booking 2 weeks before at the end of July. I've explained about this before, so I'm not going to go over it, but it annoyed me. I'm not going to lie, it annoyed me because I couldn't really see their argument. Like I could see their argument, but I just didn't think it was a valid point. It basically, without going into too much detail, I got booked for an event on the 12th of August, and then a little later down the line, I took a booking for an event 2 weeks before by a completely different guy. And apparently, this guy was trying to copy the lineup that these people had got who had booked me on the 12th. And apparently, I essentially got told that if I took this booking on the 29th, they'd have to drop me from the booking on the 12th. And it was like, we don't want a copy of the same lineup, blah, blah, blah. We don't want our lineups to be the same. And when it turned out, and everything all came in the open, I was the only person like I was the only person that was going to be on the two lineups. So I just can't really see how that made sense. Like, I could understand, like, if both flyers had come out and it was like there was literally like almost a legit copy of the two lineups. Like, I could understand why one would be getting a little bit peed off. But the fact that the events were like two weeks apart, and I'm the only person on the lineup that would have been playing both of the events. Like, it was just to me it was just a really stupid, why even take me off? Like, do you know what I mean? But then I just thought, you're lost, because at the end of the day, it is their loss. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I was a bit gutted that sadly I got taken off it, and I didn't get the chance to play. But I just thought, your beef with somebody else is not my issue. Like, if you've got beef with somebody else, that doesn't involve me. That's like me. I don't know, that's like me, say, getting a job at Tesco's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then a little bit later down the line I get a job at Asda, and it works Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Tesco saying, well, if you're gonna work for Asda and them other days of the week, you can't work for us, when I'm not even at Tesco's. On them other days, it felt like pointless to me why I got taken off of it. But at the end of the day, it gives me a little bit of a chill, because a week after, I go on holiday to the Isle of Man with the grandparents for their wedding anniversary. So I wasn't like overly fussed in that sense. I was gutted, like, because it was a nice booking. It was local, so yeah, I'll take that. It's not like I'm traveling right down south like the week before I go on holiday, kind of thing. So yeah, I was gutted, I'm not gonna lie. And I just felt like, that there was no need for him to take me off for the sake of like one person. Like, not even a single headliner is the same as any headliner that they've got. Yeah, I'm not disputing that they didn't try and get the same headliners, and then maybe couldn't get them, or whatever reason. But I'm just saying, like, for the sake of the fact that it was only me that was on both lineups, like, to take me off. But yeah, so 29th, freshly squeezed. We got diverted. 5th of August, again, Leicester, the core vibes there, summer sound. And hopefully I can make, well, I'm like 100% like dedicated to make this one because my times with the core vibes have not been that good. Like something's always cropped up or something's gone wrong and I've never been able to make their events. And you know me, like I absolutely hate not being able to make an event because I don't like it. Like I feel like like if I say yes to a booking and then someone pays a guy to have like artwork printed with my name on it, that's cost them money. And then like especially like people who pull out at the last minute and then like you're a promoter and you've got to find a DJ at the last minute. Like obviously I completely understand that sometimes people can't help it and sometimes people get taken ill or they go into hospital or something unplanned comes up, but 9 times out of 10, like if I get a booking, I do like to commit to it, and unless I've got a really valid reason for I can't make it, like I don't like to say I can't make it, because I always think like they can tell other promoters like, oh, this guy, I've tried to book him 3 occasions and he's not turned up, or I tried to, I booked this guy and then he pulls out at the last minute because promoters, they talk in the DJ world like, oh, I see you had that Ash Noble at your event, what was he like? And like, oh yeah, I booked him, but he didn't turn up and play. And then it makes that promoter think, well, if I book this guy, is he not going to turn up and play? Do you know what I mean? And then before you know it, like you're getting yourself that bad name up in the scene. And me, I don't want to get that because I'm trying to push myself and push myself to be the best, that I obviously can be. And I want people to go like, yeah, I booked that Ash Noble. He turned up. He played a banging set. He stayed for the majority of the event. He supported the brand like mad. He shared the flyers on all his socials. Blah blah blah. And then you get that good vibe from it. Do you know what I mean? And people will think, yeah, this is what I want for my event. Someone who's going to push it like that, and someone who's going to turn up and play a banging set and stay and support the event and not just do his set and leave, So yeah, and then that is literally it. So when I come back off my holiday, oh no, when I come back off my holiday the week after, I've got a booking. It's an unannounced booking. Um, it's something like the 2nd of September, so I'm looking forward to that one. That should be a shed load of fun. It's a local one as well. It's local again, so never say no to a local booking because it's nice. It's nice and handy, especially when you can walk from your house to the booking, and you don't have to think about like getting a hotel or having to get a train somewhere. As you do, and obviously. Good vibes ahoy, which will be all fine and dandy. I'm looking forward to, doing the local ones like freshly squeezed. Again, I can walk from my house and you know, I can walk home. I'm not thinking about like how am I going to get back or am I going to crash in a hotel kind of thing. It's just a distance of a walk away. Um, you know, or if not, it's what a taxi, which it isn't too bad. Like when you're not doing it all the time. But yeah, after September, there's no confirmed bookings. There's one in the pipeline that's not been 100% confirmed yet, but there's a possibility of me doing something around Halloween, which I'm quite looking forward to. But I don't want to think about that yet because you think of Halloween and then you think of like the clocks going back and then you think of the dark nights again and the cold weather. We've got to have some form of a summer yet, haven't we? And we've got to hit them outdoor festivals, and we've got a party in the sun yet. Like that's all to come. At the moment, we're having like good and bad days at the moment. So we have some like nice warmish days, and then we go back to like a dull day where it's raining, which is you don't want that day. You don't want a dull day where it's raining. But yeah, I thought like I say, I thought I'd come live and just give you a little bit of a sort of update as to what's going on. We're getting through this year. We're getting through some of the bookings. There's a couple, sadly, that I've not been able to make, but I think I've only like pulled out of about 2 bookings so far this year, and like I said, one of them wasn't my fault. One of them was due to the club licensing, which was a little bit of a shame. But that is getting made up for hopefully this weekend with me hitting up Retribution for Dowling's birthday. I've got no I'm gonna play yet. I've not even planned a set, because it was kind of I got booked for it, and then it wasn't that long until the event was actually taking place that I got booked. Whereas the last one I had a good few weeks to think about the set, whereas this one I sort of got like booked for it more or less like the week before the event was due to take place, like just over. And with so many other things happening, like I did the wedding last weekend and stuff, I could not think about planning another set, at that moment in time. And now I'm like, well, it's Wednesday tomorrow. But I'll be able to plan something, I would imagine. Or even if I don't get chance to plan something, there'll be plenty of sets on that USB stick that I could just rock up and probably replay like a previous set if it came to the crunch of it, and stuff like that. That is always a possibility. And there's no wrong, sometimes going back to a previous set is not a bad thing. Even though I do like to move forward and I do like to keep fresh, but one that I've not played for a long while would definitely serve a good purpose, or a bit of a mix and match, and just take some tunes out of a few different folders on the night, and to take it from there, in that sense. But yeah, so that's gonna do it anyway. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to share, if you do want to share it out, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully for some more gig announcements.